Hi everyone, this is Serena. I'm back to do a Divine Feminine reading. I just did a Divine Masculine reading that you should see up there. And I'm back doing a Divine Feminine reading because the past two readings have been a message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. I just have a sense that my readings will resonate more for the feminine. Hopefully masculines tap into the energy too, or find these videos somehow. I also want to just say that thank you so much. I'm new on the scene here, but I've been doing tarot on my own for a while, and I've been on the Twin Flame journey for almost a year, which isn't very long, but I'm a Gemini, and I move pretty quickly. I learn lessons really quickly. I have a lot of emotions. I kind of go into my natal chart in the Divine Masculine video just to give you a sense of kind of who I am and my my approach, and perhaps the kind of like what lens I bring. I have a lot of fire in my chart. I have water. I have air. No earth. No earth. So there's emotions, feelings, sensations flying everywhere. And channeling is one of the ways that I can harness it and transform it and transmute it. I talk about transmutation a lot. So, and I really feel like that's my work that I'm doing. That's the journey that I'm on, is really taking these emotions and using them for good, and not using them to kind of self-sabotage, and also use them to do good and to build community. And I really, really just hope that you resonate, and please like and subscribe. So I'm going to jump right in because I can talk about a million things. And let's just get into it. So for the masculine video, I was just I didn't direct it at all, so I just pulled oracle cards, and it ended up being a message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. But right now, I'm going to call it out because I just don't think it's fair to do a DM message to the DF and not really do the other way around. I am a Divine Feminine, so all my sisters or brothers or non-binary Divine Feminines, whoever you are, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. We're in this together. So let's pull what's going on with you, and hopefully your Divine Masculine see this video. Spirit, please bring the Divine Masculines to this video so they can get in the mind of the Divine Feminine. Please, please, please. Okay, so pulling an oracle card from Universal Love Oracle deck by Tony Carmine Salerno, and then Kyle Gray's Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. 2 cards. That's kind of what I did with the masculine. I really like that. Just provides some overall themes, and then I clarify with tarot to get the storylines going. But I'm going to try different things on this channel, so you can expect me to change it up. But if I do like something, I really like mint chip ice cream. It's kind of hard for me to try other stuff. Sometimes it's just what I'm going to have. Anyway, so Spirit, what message do we have for the feminine? Oh, beautiful. Oh my god, I love this card. Abundance. I'm actually being called to eventually read that, the description for that card. And I've read it before. I've gotten that card before. And it's just so beautiful. So, feminines right away, I'm getting that you could be really, really focused on, there's a heart above her head. She's grabbing onto a tree. She's really just trying to get grounded and rooted and find abundance in her life, and from all forms. It seems like it's not just love. It's Love in all forms. I love it. Okay, one more card from Angels and Ancestors. Angels and Ancestors, what message do you have for the listener? We have one that flipped over. We have Peacekeeper. And this is let go of the need to be right. So, a Native American, I don't know, I'm not really sure what she is, but a Native American figure, or princess, or whoever this is, could be significant to you also. There's a buffalo in the back, it looks like. What's the other name for a buffalo? Elk? No, that's a whole different animal. Sorry. I'm from California too, where there's buffalo and elk, but I don't know. So Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Oh, this might even be a bull. So I'm channeling some very strong feminine energy right now, like feminines who are getting into their abundance mindset and really trying to find what in their life will make them truly, truly happy. And then I'm also getting a message from Spirit that there's a need for a little bit of softening to happen around this. And this could be in regards to your twin flame situation, whatever is going on. Oh, I'm just seeing a bunch of birds flying outside of my window right now. I'm also seeing that since this is like a bull or a buffalo, very strong, brawny animal in the background, like there's just something about letting go and surrendering, and particularly when it comes to being right. Like on the twin flame journey, it is usually the case, not all the time, but feminines could feel like they're ahead of the game, right? They are ahead. They're in the know, more awakened rather than their masculine. But it's not always the case. Like, just to talk about my journey really quickly, I don't want to make this about me, but, I'm a divine feminine, so I want to relate through my experiences, of course. Sometimes when I think I have all the answers and I'm the awakened one, and I'm doing all these things to try to control the situation and figure out what to say, and my masculine is actually the one surrendering to divine timing, in that case, I sit back sometimes and I'm like, oh, we should be surrendering to divine timing. Sorry, that is a more awakened state, is trusting. Okay, so that's just an example, right? That's just an example. So letting go of the need to be right is just a message to the feminine about, like, maybe it's not about being right. Maybe it's not about being more awakened than your masculine and having all the right answers, and you just saying, like, I am just waiting for you now, like, which I have totally felt like before. I've totally said something like that before. Oh my gosh. That it doesn't even matter, because you have to both be in the same place at the end of the day. It doesn't matter who's right. If one of you is right and one of you is wrong, or yin and yang, or off balance, or whatever, like, you're off balance. Like, two wrongs don't make a right, and a right and a wrong don't make a right. And you're in this together. You're twins. You're mirror souls. So it doesn't matter, is what I'm saying, who's right and who's wrong, who's more awakened and who's not. And that can be really difficult, especially if you're in separation, to even know what the hell the other person is thinking anyway. Except for telepathic communication, and it's all about trust anyway. I'm not going to talk your ear off about that, but I just love this message. I love seeing that the feminine is wanting this abundance and trying to figure out how to do that and in their power, but also at the same time there's this like duality of like letting go, and even this might be like let go of the need to be right in your workplace and in the work that you're doing, or in any endeavor that you're starting, that it's about learning and it's about this ongoing process of learning, and it's not important to be right. I don't know who that's for. That's for me too, I think, Spirit. So thank you so much for that message. I love, love, love that message. Okay. If you're triggered, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to trigger you. But like this journey is about learning. And if you're struggling with that, opening yourself up to learning, I completely understand. But look at that maybe. Okay. So let's pull, I pulled 6 cards for the masculine. So I'm going to pull, something already flew out. 4 of Cups, but I'm going to put it back because I didn't even get my question out yet, even though Spirit already knows what I'm going to ask before I ask it. Oh, goodness gracious. More cards just fell out. The Empress and the Fool, which like seems totally right to just keep out. There's like, Spirit's like, just spilling messages. So, Spirit, what messages do we have for the feminine? What's going on with the feminine right now? We have 3 things that just came out. So we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Chariot in the upright. And we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Interesting. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. Just get the big picture here. What's going on with the feminine? What is going on with the feminine, Spirit? Oh, amazing. Page of Wands. Oh, totally. This is just, I'm feeling it. Okay. These are tough energies. These are really tough energies. Oh, we have the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. That's the Divine Feminine right there. That's the Divine Feminine right now. This could be a situation I'm getting right away that the feminine is just going through right now in life, like, with this abundance, right? We have 2 more cards. Then we have the, 3 actually. We'll take them. So we have the World. We have the Temperance. And these are all coming out. They wanted to all come out in the upright. And we have the King of Swords. So it's so interesting, like the progression of these things. I feel like they're like Spirit's telling a very strong story right now. Just with the progression of these things. There's a few major arcana. So we have the Chariot, the World, and Temperance. We also have a mix of energy here. We have some swords. We have some fiery wands. And we have our theme of abundance and letting go of the need to be right. Okay. I say beautiful a lot because I actually do think that most things are beautiful. Even if there's some darker energies, right? I'm Sun Moon, so I embrace the shadows as well, and I find learning, a valuable learning in shadows. So when I say this is beautiful, I just again, with the progression, I see that it's just a beautiful progression of lessons learned for the feminine coming into her power. And when I say learned, I say it in the past tense because this has happened or is happening right now, is that she's learning lessons. She's learning lessons about this abundance and coming out of a lack mindset and into an abundant mindset. She's really coming into her power, but in a feminine way, right? So the power in a feminine way is by letting go and surrendering and nurturing and loving and giving, not giving too much away and not getting her boundaries bulldozed down by other people, but having this power in her surrender and her stillness. Okay, so there's been some challenges in working with others, it looks like. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. This could be a third-party situation. My third-party card is Three of Swords, though, or the Three of Cups in reverse. It could be the Three of Pentacles in reverse. It hasn't come out a ton for me for third party. So this just really is saying to me that it's like similar to this, like, let go of the need to be right card message, that there's something going on in the feminine's material world where things aren't gelling. There could be just some disagreements or disharmony. I don't see, like, this isn't Five of Wands or Five of Swords, like conflict, but there's just some disharmony, not being on the same page. This could be in regards to her masculine, or in regards to your masculine feminine, but just really not feeling like you're gelling with people, okay? We can clarify to look more into that situation. And we have the Chariot. The Chariot in the Rider-Waite deck is a very strong, powerful energy, but also a bit of a stuck energy. So it's saying to me, like, the feminine really is standing in her power and standing her ground almost, but doesn't necessarily know how to use that power for good, or use it in the, doesn't know necessarily how to direct it. Then we have a very strong energy with the Seven of Swords, which is actually, when it's in the reverse, it's like somebody's taking off the mask. So this is like the deception card. To me, they're getting rid of whatever this energy is. So either they're starting to, so Divine Feminines, you or they are trying to I'm saying you or they because if it's Divine Feminines watching this, then it's you. If this is Divine Masculine watching this video, hopefully, then it's they, right? The Divine Feminine referring to the Divine Feminine is they. So I'm going to say the DF. So the DF is really coming out of a deceptive energy. Maybe they're getting, so two things, okay? Two things could be coming out. And I want to clarify this too. One is that they're coming into their own and they're being like, you know what? Enough of the BS. I know what's going on here. I don't want to be deceived anymore. I want the truth, only the truth to be told, and I'm not going to take this crap anymore of, like, this deceptive, getting away with, like, lying, cheating energy, whatever that dark energy is. Like, I'm not putting up with it anymore. I'm not doing it anymore. Or what was the second thing? I can't even remember the second one. Either falling away or like not putting up with it, or dropping the mask themselves and saying, like, okay, there's something that I need to stop deceiving my masculine with, This could be the truth about something, about how she really feels, or maybe divine feminine, to be fair, maybe you are coming out of the energy of not wanting to deceive your masculine, maybe you have been involved with somebody else passionately or intimately, or sexually, or maybe you're the one who is in another relationship and you're wanting to come out of this, right? The focus, however, is the Page of Wands, which is like you're coming, the reason why you're even concerned with letting go of this deceptive energy is because you're starting to value yourself more. You're starting to come into this desire to find your passion and find your way in the world. That's what I'm seeing here. Going from the deceptive energy to the Seven of Wands energy. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Oh, amazing. And I'm saying, you guys, this is a progression here. It's seeing that there's turmoil, Three of Pentacles in reverse, then being okay, I have to get in my power. I know what to do. I have to drop the mask. It's about me. It's about leaving behind. I love this, okay? So leaving behind deceptive energy and really coming into truth about who you are and what you want. And it's progressing into the Queen of Wands. This is a timeline here, right? So once, these are steps, you have to realize it, and then you have to realize your power, and then you have to take off the mask, and then you have to, then you're starting the first steps and stages of your self-discovery. Maybe you're studying or exploring different career paths or going back to school or something, but then you realize you're going to come into your own, and this is absolutely what's going to happen. If you do all of those things, I won't say them again. If you do all of those things, this is what's going to happen. You're going to become a queen. You're going to come into your queen energy. And then we have the frickin' World. And then we have the Temperance card. Holy moly. Okay, so this first part of the journey, or the sequence, right? Sequence of events or steps of this life cycle, it will eventually, when you get into that queen energy, ladies, that abundant energy, and you let go of all of this deceptive energy, letting go of the need to be right in whatever situation that resonates for. It could be, like I said, work, love, etc. When you become the queen, something's going to be completed. A cycle will be completed. You could also have the world after that. You will come into your power and realize that you can have anything that you want when you come into balance with yourself and start being true to yourself. Okay? This is not really screaming to me let go of the need to be right. That's a very specific message for maybe a few of you, but in general, this message is for the collective divine feminine, that it's this is the time to be figuring out, maybe you're in separation, maybe you're not quite ready for union, and this is saying that maybe you're not quite ready for union, which is totally fine. So not quite ready for union with your masculine, that's totally fine, because there's so much ahead. I'm feeling that. I'm gonna cry. I just feel like I'm gonna cry because of this. Oh, I'm so happy for whoever this is for. But I feel this is also really strong messages from Spirit through me to you, saying don't give up. Come into your queen energy. You might need help along the way with this part of it, right? We have to go through kind of the battle first, but this is going to happen. And then immense healing will take place. This could be a Sagittarius. I do see a lot of fire in here anyway, so this could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for this Page of Wands, Queen of Wands. We also have Cancer energy with the Chariot, but we have strong Sagittarius energy here. It doesn't have to be. My readings, I don't think that, it just hasn't mattered that much to me in my personal readings that I do. So Sagittarius, Temperance is like all of this healing that we talk about doing, right? Sometimes, this is a message that I'm getting right away. Sometimes we feel like, okay, first I have to heal everything and then I'm going to come into mission. That might not always be the case, okay? This is what I'm getting. Temperance in my whole timeline thing here is like one of the very last cards. So the message that I'm getting is actually just do it. Just like get out there and do what you can to step into your power and to let go of those negative belief systems. It's like in just doing it, in just stepping in and starting to do it, that's what's going to get you to the Queen energy. It's not like pondering and thinking about it all day, right? We can do that. Oh my goodness, I do that so much. I pontificate with myself. I debate. I got a reading actually from Rose Quartz Twin, and she was like, yeah, your block. I was like, what are my blocks? And she was like, you think too much. I'm a Gemini Sun. Like, you think too much. Just do it. You're ready. Like, this is a beautiful message to the Divine Feminine saying, like, you're ready. You just have to get out there and start doing it. Then you'll become the queen, right? Fake it till you become it, right? But this is also saying you don't have to fake it, because if you just, let the, easier said than done, let your, limiting beliefs fall away and just step into your power, like the more empowered you'll feel and the more, you'll be able to just, move forward and become that queen. Then you have the world. And then that healing really takes place. It's a very beautiful, like alchemical balanced feeling when you're like, oh my God, all of this hardship, all of this trouble, all of this struggle, especially with my Divine Masculine, maybe it's, finances, or with like finding your passion, like you just don't know how you do it. But then you take one little step and you start doing it, and then all of a sudden you feel like this immense healing energy. And it's because you're actually synergistically taking all of the parts of you and putting it together and becoming whole. Because you're just putting it into action. Like, I don't know if this is making sense to you. It makes total sense to me. Please reach out. I'd love to, obviously do a personal reading for you. And, just chat if you need to chat. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard. Then we have the King of Wands. So we have air energy here. Doesn't have to be. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's something about, the king is obviously a masculine guy in the picture. But, okay, two things. This King of Wands is, King of Swords. This King of Swords is almost like the Ace of Swords. So that's more of the sense I'm getting. It's obviously not the Ace of Swords, but it's the power of the Ace of Swords in that, like, this self-exploration and this doing will lead to healing, and it'll lead to truth. And it'll be, you won't have a choice when you get to this point, right? And not to like say that things are linear and have to happen in this way, but it's just, this is the storyline. So I just went with it. That you'll get to the truth if these certain steps are followed, and maybe not in whatever order you want them to happen. The goal is to get to this truth. The goal is to get to the truth about your life and your purpose and your mission and what you're here to be doing, and the truth about your twin flame situation. Like, the truth may be that you are ready for union, you just didn't realize it. Or the truth may be that your masculine is like ready and you're not ready, but like whatever that is, you're not going to necessarily find out what that truth is unless you become super authentic and you become the queen, and you fully get in your power and really start making things happen for yourself and start healing. Okay, let's pull some advice. Okay, also this could be your masculine. If you're waiting for the truth from your masculine, this could be like, once you get in your queen energy, once you get to a good place in your life, energetically, they're going to feel that. And they're going to come to you with the truth, because maybe energetically and on a soul level, they'll feel that you're ready for that truth, right? So that's kind of what I'm saying is like, I want things to happen right away with my masculine too. But if I'm not ready, if I'm not in a place where I'm the queen and I'm really whole and my life isn't, really happening the way that I want it to happen, I'm not actually ready for the beauty of this type of relationship. I know that I'm not ready, but I'm working on it. And I'm having a great time doing it. There's challenges, there's struggles. Oh, believe me, it's not easy starting 2 businesses. I mentioned that in my other video. But there's beauty. I'm Sun Moon because I feel that there's beauty in the shadows and there's beauty in this type of work. So talk to me about that if you want. Okay, I want to clarify something. No, advice from Spirit. Or do I want to clarify anything? Let's actually, every time I see the 7 of Swords, I want to clarify it, okay? And the 3 of Pentacles. So what's the 3 of Pentacles? Why is the 3 of Pentacles here? We have the 6 of Swords. So I get that you're walking away, the feminines are walking away from just this disharmony. Like, I feel that these swords in the boat are like life lessons, that you're taking the lessons and you're moving forward. And you want to move away from this disharmony. You want to move away, obviously, in harmony with your divine masculine and your, beautiful family, whoever that is. But the Page of Pentacles came out, I don't know. Page of Pentacles came out for the divine masculine too. If that Page of Pentacles is for this, I'm kind of thinking that it was. It kind of goes along with just like coming into your power and trying to find what it is that you offer the world, okay? So, what's this Chariot energy about? What is this Chariot? It's like 2 cards indicate moving here. Whew! Okay. Now we have 5 of Swords. We have 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 7 of Swords in reverse. So there has been some conflict. It looks like there has been some. Oh, and I'm getting the 5 of Swords as like sort of like a victory card, of like a haha I won type of card. So maybe you had the last word with somebody. Maybe you had the last word with your boss or but there's this feeling of like, okay, I have the last word, but like, now what? What did I do with that? I don't know who that's for. 7 of Swords in reverse, Spirit. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Wow, these heavy energies are coming out. I'm glad I'm kind of clarifying these. So we have the 10 of Wands clarifying the 7 of Swords in reverse. Whatever it is, you want to put the burden down. You're sick, Divine Feminines. The DF is sick of the drama. But we have 2 moving cards here as well, which I was trying to point out too. Maybe there are cards and there's energies here that indicate moving on, putting down, letting go of belief systems, putting burdens down, not wanting the drama anymore and wanting to move on, either, spiritually, figuratively, physically moving. Maybe somebody's really pissed about somebody moving. Maybe there was a fight that you had about, maybe I'm seeing like, I'm getting work for some reason. Like there's turmoil at work. There's conflict. There's arguing. There's that energy that's there, but there's it's clearly that you want to get rid of that energy. You're wanting to really let go of the need to be right, is what I'm saying. There's an awareness to just let bygones be there's a need to let bygones be bygones and just move on. So 10 of Wands, what's this about? So we have the 8 of Cups, another moving on. So you're moving on from something. You're letting something go. It's the third card of moving on. I am so happy for you. Can I just say that? I am so happy for you. If you're really trying hard to move on and let go, you're getting those messages too from your guides that it's time. Because the reason why I say that is because this letting go process is not easy. It's really exhausting. And it's you're pulling up your bootstraps and saying no, I'm right about needing to do this. It's not important that I'm right, but I'm getting the messages to do this and I need to move on. I'm really proud of you. And you're moving on for you. And you're going to be successful. And whatever the truth is, you're going to come into the truth. That's just what I'm seeing here. When you move on, there will be truth, there will be healing, there will be completion and fulfillment and wholeness. And if you don't believe it, I know it's I know it's hard to believe, but that's just what's going to happen. Because you're trusting in the universe. I'm almost getting emotional here because 3 cards of moving, and that 8 of Cups coming out, it's not, even if this came out in reverse, right? The energy is still there that you want to move on. Either you're just now realizing it or you're actually really taking the steps to do it. Maybe you don't want to. Or you think that letting go of your masculine will let go of the love. But it won't. It really won't. Look up violet flame meditations for cord cutting. Angels never cut cords of love. So they won't cut the love cord, believe me, especially if you get telepathic communication from your divine masculine to where all of a sudden you feel these sudden rushes of euphoria or giddiness or even sorrow and sadness. You're not sure where it came from. You'll go, oh, okay, the love is still there. That's still there. You're not actively thinking about it all the time, though. You don't have to be. Which I'm saying to myself, too. So what's some advice that you have, Spirit? Holy moly. 5 of Wands in reverse. So get out of conflict. Just let go of it. It's like, let go of the need to be right. It's not about that. It's not about right or wrong. It's really not, even though that's sometimes so hard. It's not about convincing anybody to be with you or convincing anybody that you're the right fit for the job. It's not about like just kind of desperately begging for something to happen. I've been there. I've been there, but we don't need that anymore. So, what else can you say in regards to this? Or, yeah, more on the 5 of Wands in reverse, or like, I mean, it's in reverse, so it's showing that you're doing this, but more advice from Spirit, please, regarding what to do in this situation. That's too many. That is just too many. One card, Spirit. One card. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. I mentioned the Ace of Swords earlier. It's just like, just be honest. I don't know who this is for, but it's like, it's just be honest. Don't be authentic. Like, don't worry about right and wrong, but like, be authentic. Just speak from the heart or from the truth. Why is this Ace of Swords here? Why Ace of Swords for advice? This card for me is like keep your head down, be humble, focus, keep going. Or along the lines of the Ace of Swords, almost like an energy of like, it's not all, it could also be like, maybe you're so focused on, and please don't take this the wrong way, because I only pull from, kind of my own, but the message I'm getting is there are other perspectives that could be right, and when you're so focused on just your truth, and not really looking at other people's perspectives, that could be a little bit misleading and could be leading to conflict. Eight of Pentacles here. Or that could be just like, keep your head down and keep working. You got this. Too many cards, Spirit. One more for advice, and we'll put this all together. Just one more card for advice for the feminine. Oh, Queen of Swords coming out in the upright. We have a pair here. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. So I do feel now that there's like, this is like very similar to the Peacemaker, let go the need to be right card. So we have like, clearly there's conflict that you want to get out of, but you also don't want to, this is what I'm getting, like you don't want to completely, you don't want to not be heard, right? And it's this like, but it's like getting in the Queen of Swords energy where she doesn't forcefully approach conflict, or she doesn't get into conflict per se. She just kind of states her truth in a caring and compassionate compassionate way, non-aggressive, non-volatile kind of experience here, that she gives her, the people that she's in an argument with. She doesn't necessarily, fight brutally for it. And I just see that this is the energy that you're trying to get into, okay? And it's this, like, either two things that I saw is, like, put your head down and keep going. It's not about the argument, like, let it go. Or, like, pick your head up and focus on somebody else's perspective. That's just what I'm getting, those two scenarios. Okay. So what and we also have the couple here, like I mentioned, that could indicate, like, once you come into that Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands energy, you will get your King of Swords. What are the most important messages for the listener? Oh my gosh, these are flying out. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Oh, gosh. Another message for the listener, please. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture and release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. The conflict could be with your ex. The conflict could be, and, like, cutting this out in, like, in a Queen of Swords way, right? The Peacekeeper way. I feel like the Peacekeeper and the Queen of Swords are, like, a similar energy. Letting go, focusing on yourself, coming into Queen energy, will bring you the King of Swords, your true partner, romantic feelings. So your feelings are real and worth exploring. They might have to be put aside for now, because you got some work to do. We all do. But, it's also, it's this truth theme. It's this swords theme here. Like, still be yourself. Still say what you need to say. Still, just whatever authentically that you need to do with your life or to say or to express, you can do it in a way that is this Peacekeeper and Queen of Swords way. Through love, not necessarily through aggression and through fighting or maybe threatening people that you're going to leave. Been there, done that. It's all in divine timing. Whatever happens, if you're meant to stay or leave or go, you'll figure it out eventually. I'm going to pull one more love oracle card. That's what I did for the Divine Masculine. One more love oracle card for the Divine Feminine Spirit. Thank you. Golden Memories. That's lovely. So what I'm getting from that is that, I'll show you the picture again. It's very fiery, the artwork. It's like smoldering and it's like whatever, but like there's darkness in the background and it's just like kind of this bold flash of smoldering light and love. It's like, even if you can't see the love or feel the love and you're not together and you're not experiencing it in the physical, it's there. It's a very Six of Cups energy. Like, it's there. Like, people are thinking about each other. Like, you're thinking about your masculine's thinking about you. Please let me know if it resonates, but I'm going to read this. Someone is thinking fondly of you at this very moment. Exactly what I just said. Reflecting on golden memories of precious moments spent together. He or she is someone dear to you who has passed into the world of spirit. They want you to know that all is well, and neither time nor space can separate that which is united through love. For love has no boundaries. Its presence reaches beyond walls, grievances, and lifetimes. It is not bound by borders, fears, or hurt. Love is without self, without ego, or as constant as the light of a billion golden stars. We all leave our physical body at some point, but our spirit lives eternally. Those we love are always with us. They live in our hearts, and a part of us lives in theirs. Love is never lost. Okay, I just, honestly, the reading with the Divine Masculine, their ending oracle card was the love card. So this is really just saying, I'm just like, I really am resonating with this and feeling a little bit emotional. At the end of the day, it's about getting back to love. It's about getting back to, like, why we're even going through all of this to be in the first place, okay? And it's hard. I live in New York City. There's just a constant need for getting to the next level, getting to the next step, getting to the next job, getting into never being happy with what we have now and always wanting something else, right? But why are we going through the twin flame journey? Why are we, I'm going to ask myself, I'm going to journal about this. Like, why am I even doing this? If it's not to get to a place that's more fulfilling and harmonious, either with our counterpart or without, just like just a more truthful place in general, right? Not to sound condescending, I don't want to talk down to you all, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm really talking to myself too. But like, those memories, I want to believe that they are the reality, whether I'm with my counterpart or not. So even just doing this reading for you all is my truth. I'm living in my truth. Like, this is the best day this week because I got to do this. I might not, like I'm fulfilled. You all might not even like this. I have like 3 subscribers. I don't, of course I want more subscribers, but like that's, like I genuinely love doing this. Like, I am abundant in this very moment because this is what I'm choosing to do today with my energy. Anyways, that is the message I have for you. My information will be in the description. I am so grateful to you for even listening this far, listening to me, go on. But it's like, I'm just starting out. I have so much to say, and I'm so excited. So I hope it resonated. I hope you loved the message. And if not, you can comment, leave something nice, because I'll cry if you don't. Okay. Thank you. I'll see you all later. Bye.